Hello and welcome to a new lesson, a structure of paragraph. In this lesson, we will talk about title, topic of paragraph, then we will talk about topic sentence, main ideas and conclusion. Let's discuss the topic. How to write a paragraph. Stage 1, creative thinking. Let's discuss what role does creative thinking play in writing a paragraph. Creative thinking, sometimes we also call it creative technique, the ways and means which you choose to create something, that is called creative technique. We also call it thinking process. What we mean by this is the process of thinking, the process of delving deep into your thoughts to take the jewels out. More technically, it is also known as brainstorm. Brainstorm means that you storm your brain. That is to say, you hit your brain with an idea. You come with a new thought. All these three phrases give you the same meaning of creative thinking. And why is creative thinking important in writing a paragraph? Because it helps you generate ideas, create new ideas. Without being creative, you cannot generate ideas. You cannot come up with new things. The new ideas help us innovate something. They also help us solve problems. And this stage of creative thinking serves as the essential foundation for any form of creative writing. Without adequate reflection, thinking, brainstorming, or idea generation, the writing process will likely be unproductive and ineffective. Writing a paragraph is like designing a house. When you design a house, what do? You think about it. You brainstorm it. What kind of house you would like to make. In the same manner, if you want to write a paragraph, you think about something you would like to focus upon, you would like to reflect upon. You come up with an idea, because without an idea or without generating an idea, how is it possible to write about something? Without being creative, how you can plan to express something in a form of paragraph? So what we come to the point is that the first stage in writing a paragraph is to form an idea about something you are going to write about. And this cannot happen unless you follow the process of thinking. Unless you follow the technique which helps you brainstorm an idea. This is very important. Unfortunately, many of us do not give time to think about what we are going to write. As a result, what happens is that when they take pen to paper, they feel like wandering in the forests of ideas which are not having a clear path. And this leads to an idea. How does creative thinking help in generating a new title, in creating a new topic? There are a number of events happening around us. As a creative writer, you can think about writing a paragraph on any of the events you like most, on any of the situations you are highly impressed by. A title for a paragraph could be anything that happens out of your brainstorming, that occurs out of your process of thinking. It could be topic or title like my favorite game. There could be another topic like a memorable event, importance of exercise, daily routine, climate change, or role of AI, artificial intelligence, and many more. So what I mean to impress upon you is that in writing a paragraph, the first stage is the role of creative thinking in forming an opinion, in forming an idea, in shaping the path of your thought to generate an idea, to create a title, to think about topic, without which you cannot proceed at all. This is the second stage of how we write a paragraph. And what is the second stage? What is a topic sentence? Let's discuss the topic. Topic sentence. What does it mean? It is directly related to the topic, or what we call title of the paragraph. Look, when we say the phrase topic sentence, the sentence is directly connected to the topic we are going to write about. The sentence directly connected to the title we are going to talk about. That is why we call it topic sentence. Because topic sentence has direct relevance to the topic of the paragraph, direct connection with the title of the paragraph. That is why we call it topic sentence. And what does it do in a paragraph? Let's have some more ideas. The topic sentence is usually the first sentence of the paragraph. Normally, topic sentence is found to be the first sentence of the paragraph. Why? Because it sets the tone of the paragraph. It begins the discussion of the paragraph. It is in fact the starting point of the paragraph. It states and mirrors the main idea of the paragraph. We have some more ideas. It tells the readers what the paragraph will be about and guides them to the core of thought. So what we come to the point theoretically is that topic sentence is a sentence which is directly connected or related to the topic of the paragraph, title of the paragraph. And this is normally the beginning of the sentence. But we need to understand in what way topic sentence is practically formed, practically structured, practically conceived and then written. So let's have some examples to understand this concept. So we have examples of topic sentences. Suppose you want to write a paragraph and the topic of the paragraph which you have chosen is, for example, here I have taken on your behalf a topic to write a paragraph, a title to write a paragraph, and that topic is my favorite game. You can choose any topic you like. It depends upon you, how you form the idea, what your process of thinking is about a certain topic to write. So here we have taken a topic, my favorite game. Now the question is how to start writing the paragraph, how to write a topic sentence. In what way should I start the idea in the beginning? So you can write in a way you like. As we have just spoken, the first sentence is always known to be the topic sentence, and the topic sentence is directly connected. So let's write topic sentence for this topic, my favorite game. And here it is. My favorite game is football because it keeps me active. What we notice is that the topic itself is found to be in the first sentence. Therefore, the first sentence is the topic sentence of the paragraph. Why it is important to include the topic in the first sentence? Because it sets the tone. It creates the mood. It helps you focus upon the main idea, main content, so that you don't get diverted. Let's have another example. Among all the games I play, chess is my favorite. It's not necessary that the topic of the paragraph should be always in the beginning of the topic sentence. But the topic must be somewhere, anywhere in the beginning of the sentence. Like in the second sentence, among all the games, you can see we have the games and then we have my favorite at the end. But the idea is that my favorite game is, concept of my favorite game is already there in the second example. Let's have another example. Whenever I play my favorite game, I feel excited. So what we notice in all these three examples of topic sentence, that the topic of the paragraph is normally found in the beginning of the sentence, and it helps you start the discussion. It helps you to write a paragraph smoothly. Now let's have another example, and you decide if this example is right or wrong as far as topic sentence is concerned. Game is a beautiful activity. Is this sentence qualifies to be a topic sentence? No. Why? Because we mentioned the word game, but this sentence or this topic sentence does not give you the idea or the main idea of the topic my favorite game. Because my favorite game is more specific, more particular. It means you are talking about the game you like most. But the last example, which is game is a beautiful activity, this topic sentence does not reflect the core idea of my favorite game. It talks in general about the game. Therefore, the last example which I have written as a topic sentence is not correct. So be careful. When you write a topic sentence, the topic of the paragraph in itself must be reflected in the writing of the first sentence of the paragraph. Let's have another example to understand this concept in a much better way. Examples of topic sentences, and this time my topic is daily routine. This is the title of the paragraph. Now let me think how to write a topic sentence. And here it is. My daily routine helps me stay organized. You can see how the topic of the paragraph is directly mentioned in the first sentence of my paragraph. Therefore, this is a topic sentence. Let me have another example. Following a daily routine teaches me discipline. The same, The topic of the paragraph is expressed in the very first sentence of the paragraph. It sets the mood. We can go ahead. We can talk about more focused. We continue. Life without a daily routine wastes my day. You can see how all these three sentences, topic sentences, all these three examples reflect the mood of the topic which is selected as daily routine. But I have another example. I exercise daily. Does this topic sentence talk about daily routine? No, this talk about exercise. This topic sentence is not connected with the topic which I have chosen, daily routine. So therefore, the last example is wrong as far as topic sentence is concerned. So what I mean to say is that topic sentence is usually the first sentence of the paragraph, and topic sentence must reflect the essence, the thought, the core, the word of the topic itself in the first sentence. Only then that can be qualified as a topic sentence. How to write supporting sentences in a paragraph, stage 3. Or before we come to know how to write supporting sentences, it's very important for all of us to know what are supporting sentences. What do they mean? What role do they play in a paragraph? The first point is the supporting sentences make up the body of the paragraph. We have some more ideas. They explain the main idea. They give reasons and evidence to support the core idea presented in the topic sentence. In other words, they add details, facts, and examples to the central point. Each supporting sentence must relate directly to the topic sentence. Now we move on to our next stage of discussion, and that is using transitions to write supporting sentences. Using transitions and logical connections between sentences is key for a smooth flow of ideas. Here are some examples showing different types of transitional words in action within a paragraph. What are they? Sometimes we can use first, second, third, and then we can complete our idea with finally. Then we have some other transitional words or phrases like in addition, further, furthermore. Then we have however, similarly, in the same way. We have so many transitional words. They connect sentences, they link logical connections between the ideas, and we have a number of transitional words. Here I have taken just a few of them to let you understand how they help in writing supporting sentences. Now we are going to talk about how to write supporting sentences with examples. So we must have a topic in our mind. We must have a title in our mind before we start writing anything. So at the moment we have a topic, importance of regular exercise. This is the topic of our paragraph. This is the title of our paragraph. Okay? Now the second stage of writing is to write a topic sentence for this topic, for this title. And the topic sentence for this topic, as I understand and feel, I write, the importance of regular exercise should not be underestimated. You can write topic sentence in a way you like, but you must keep in mind that topic sentence must contain the elements or the phrase or the words of topic itself in the first sentence. So we have done two things. First, we have selected the topic, the title of the paragraph, and the second stage we have already written the topic sentence. Now we need to write supporting sentences, the main body, and the supporting sentences for this topic should be like this. It strengthens the heart. A regular exercise also improves blood circulation. Further, using transition here to continue our flow of thought. Further, it helps reduce stress. It boosts energy levels and keeps the body fit and active. And in this way, you can continue. So that is how we write supporting sentences. So what we have come to know till now is first we must have a title of the paragraph which comes out of our creative thinking, creative process. The second, we write a topic sentence for the topic we have decided to talk about. And the third stage is to write supporting sentence. What is concluding sentence in a paragraph? Stage 4. Let's discuss the topic. Explanation of conclusion. Conclusion is also known as concluding sentence in a paragraph. It serves to wrap up the discussion in a paragraph. We continue our discussion. It provides closure to the main discussion. It is the final sentence of the paragraph. It is structurally just as important as the topic sentence. Both the topic sentence, usually first sentence, and concluding sentence, usually last sentence, work together to drive the main idea. We continue. Function of the concluding sentence. It has two primary functions. The first one is signal closure, and the second one is reinforce the main idea. And what is signal closure? It tells the reader that the discussion of this specific topic is finished. Whereas reinforce the main idea, it restates the paragraph's central point, which is starting from the topic sentence, in a new and impactful way, summarizing the evidence. Now let's understand how to write concluding sentence in a paragraph. Okay, so we have the topic on which we will write a short paragraph, and this is importance of regular exercise. This is our topic of the paragraph. This is our title of the paragraph. Now we should write a topic sentence for this title, for this topic. And here we have topic sentence. The importance of regular exercise should not be underestimated. This is our topic sentence. After topic sentence, we need to write body of the paragraph, what we call supporting sentences, not sentence in the singular form. It must be in the plural form because we need to write some sentences, 3, 4, 5, depending upon the idea of your topic. And the supporting sentences for this topic are: it strengthens the heart, regular exercise also improves blood circulation, further it helps reduce stress, it boosts energy levels and keeps the body fit and active. So we started from topic of the paragraph, we moved on to the second stage, topic sentence, then we moved on to the next stage, supporting sentence. Now we go on to the concluding sentence, what we call conclusion. And it should be like this. You can write in a way you like, but this is my way of writing, so I conclude this paragraph in this way. Therefore, the habit of regular exercise prepares us for healthy and active life. So look at how the idea in the paragraph has been developed. First we have the topic, which comes out of our creative process, creative thinking. Then we go to the second stage, that is topic sentence. Then we move on to the next stage, third stage, supporting sentences, the main body, the central point of the paragraph. And then we have the concluding sentence. And in this way, we finish our task of writing a paragraph. If you follow these 4 steps in writing a paragraph, I'm sure you can be a good and successful writer. Hope you understand the concept. Thank you and goodbye.